It's fucking...
Oh, the sound seems good, to be fair.
It's...
Any of the ones I watch, like, it's...
Dude, the first 20 were with no fucking microphones. Yeah. I just used the phone.
Yeah.
And people started commenting. So I said, I hear the people.
Exactly. That's it.
Well, look... Thank you for coming on the Blackbird Podcast.
My pleasure.
I really do appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Do I know you from somewhere?
You should, I'd say.
There's a fucking...
We're both from my local, like.
Yeah, it's the fucking... Abdul that you got going on there is putting me off.
My brother might be a bit too young for you. Would you know the Fitzes, Anthony and Brendan? They might be...
Anthony's names now
twins.
Are actually...
Woolstone Park.
Twins, Woolstone Park. Yeah.
Anthony's in the army, Brendan works in the Co-op. Would you know them now?
I'm sure.
I don't even know what age they'd be now. They're surely 50 or early 50s.
I know these guys. I know the twins, yeah.
Anthony's in Marion Square.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be my uncles.
Alright.
Yeah.
Fucking man, time's a fuck.
Yeah.
Time's a motherfucker.
Oh, big time.
So I see you brought a serious piece of hardware there.
I did, in case you want to bring it into the conversation.
Oh, I'd be bringing that into the conversation. How did you... So you're Blackwater Media.
Yeah.
Blackwater Media. And what do you do with Blackwater Media? You are Blackwater Media. It's your...
I am Blackwater Media.
It's your dream thing.
Yeah, it is. Well, I've been, I suppose, dabbling in and out of photography and videography with, 15 years or more, I'd say.
Yeah.
Mainly as a hobby, but kind of only recently I've decided, to give it a go and see if I can make some bit of a business out of it, And it's going well now, to be fair. Still on the side, like, I still have a full-time job, but it's...
That's the way they go. It's the best way to go, really. You're not under pressure, I feel, from the outside world, the real world, to get, pay the bills,
yeah, exactly.
all that jazz.
Yeah.
And you still... The timetable is a bit of a cunt. They're trying to...
Big time.
Isn't it?
Oh, big time.
How do you...
It's tricky.
Is it all digital you do now?
All digital.
Because I used to...
No, I do have film cameras. I did do a bit of film.
Yeah, that's awesome, isn't it?
It's class.
I loved the film.
Yeah, it's class.
Did you get any classes with...
No classes ever.
I did classes when I was hiding from reality there.
Yeah.
I had no fucking gear. But if you go do this course, you get this fucking grant.
Oh,
ideal. And they give you all this
fucking
free stuff.
Yeah.
And you're hiding from reality.
Yeah.
It was an art course, but I'd say half it was really photography intensive.
Yeah.
And it was what's his fucking name? Brilliant teacher. I mean, you just want to be good at your thing.
Yeah.
Because he had that enthusiasm going on, and it
Class.
just bounced off you, and you're like, fuck, I'm such an idiot. But I was taking notes on every fucking shot I take.
Yeah.
I used to be very disciplined. Now I'm just fried.
Yeah.
Life just fucking kicked that off me. But paintings is my number one. Drawing, sketching, paintings, all of that, and photography. I was big into photography. I have a certificate for photography.
Nice.
Don't know where it is, but I have maybe two even. Black and white photography with the film. I love that shit, but then everything is so... You couldn't help but know.
Yeah.
When you see the phones. You knew it was kind of...
Yeah.
Because all the chemicals and shit you have to get in the dark room and all.
Yeah.
That in and of itself.
Oh yeah, it's an art in itself, like.
And then your skin would be all fucked up from the chemicals and stuff.
Yeah.
So... Or else you have a phone, or else you have this beast here. What's that now?
That is a Canon R6 Mark II, is what that is. So that would be considered a hybrid camera. So hybrid between photo and video. It kind of lean a bit more towards video, but it's called a hybrid. Is what they call them.
How long a video can you make with this?
Oh, you're only limited to your card and your battery, Like, I'd say I could probably record 4K for 2 hours or more before I'd have to change the battery. 2 hours, maybe.
Yeah, because my brother David now is big into the gear for the photography. And he was telling me that there was this TV show that we used to like. It's not that old, like. It was massive in America. It was called House.
Yeah.
And then they started doing, like, episodes all on the cameras. As opposed to the big fucking old TV things.
Yeah.
And... Because he got one of these cameras and he wanted me... he was telling me for this it'd be perfect. And I was like, they're all perfect for this until you realise, can I put it there and get everything the way I want it? Or do I have to go out through open doors into the fucking lawn? Because that won't work for me. So how do you figure that out? Like,
that is the way they've gone. Like, I mean, now there's Netflix approved cameras. This isn't one of them. But there's a Canon C70 now would be Netflix approved. But it wouldn't be much bigger than this.
Right.
It'd be a little bit taller and a little bit fatter because it would have a built-in fan to help with cooling and stuff.
Really?
But like the days of the big huge ones up in the shoulder.
Gone, aren't they?
No, for broadcast, fair enough when they have to be live.
But even broadcast is getting fucking Scooby Doo. Like,
that's the thing. Like, yeah,
everything is getting shot to shit.
Yeah. But like any kind of modern camera now, even phones shoot 4K now. Like, you know, so. Like, it's how far technology has come is frightening.
If you've any bit of interest, I find you can do fucking anything with anything.
Yeah,
Trust
exactly.
me, if I can have a fucking video podcast and manage to put it on YouTube and Spotify.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, that's like, how did that happen? But there's 12-year-olds in look at me like, why wouldn't you? You take cunt. And I'm like, okay. But it's not my lane.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I can talk shit with the best of them. I can have a good laugh. But give me the techno stuff, and I'm even sitting in front of a camera at the start, just trying to talk to a camera.
Yeah.
It's very weird. You know?
Mm.
It's weird.
I know.
But you said the other one had a fan in it? Would that
fan, to help with the cooling.
And can you pick up on that?
Or no, you wouldn't.
No.
You wouldn't really pick up on it. It'd be fairly quiet now, like you wouldn't really pick up on it.
The gear is very expensive, isn't it?
Ridiculous.
Even, I mean, the camera I have inside now, it's only, you can, like I said, you can do it, you get some beautiful photos with it.
Yeah.
It really has that, it's just got that extra thing, you know, it'll blow any phone out of the water as far as I'm concerned, but it's still, like I said, the size of the information and trying to even if you shrink it.
Yeah. Oh, it's huge. It's
fucking crazy. I mean,
it's
if you get 20 minutes of
Yeah.
film, and I don't know what fucking we're talking here, 4K or whatever, maximum 20.
Yeah.
I suppose even if you got, maybe if you got a bigger card, but even at that, there's no way you'd fit it onto the computer.
No, it's huge. It's absolutely.
And how do you operate with those? Is that a restriction for you? Does
Not really. Like I just everything will go onto hard drives. Like, you know, like generally I wouldn't run out of space on a card. Like I don't know what card is in that now currently. A 256 gigabyte. So generally that would do me for whatever I'm doing during the day. You know.
Yeah.
But like, I could half fill that with one shoot, like 100 gigabytes, which is.
And you're on about video, like.
Yeah, which is a lot, like, you know, like one photograph from that camera is about probably 16 to 20 megabytes, like, whereas a video for maybe an hour or two is 100 gigabytes.
Japanese.
Like 1,000 gigabytes is, or 1,000 megabytes is 1 gigabyte.
Okay, that sounds like a lot.
So yeah, it's a lot of photos, you know, in comparison to the video. But yeah, like that's.
And all the videos you have on your Instagram account is from this guy?
From that one.
Really?
The most recent ones, yeah. Yeah.
Because you're very good at it, like. You're very good at it.
Yeah,
the way you've stitched it together, because you can tell that there's one isn't like a constant panning of the camera or whatever. It's like you've edited it all together and it's seamless. And it's got a lovely... There's a wholesomeness, but there's just the story in the movement itself. Do you know that kind of way?
Yeah.
And it's very... There's an artiness to it. I really like it.
Yeah. Like
who be your biggest... Who do you admire in the filmmaking world?
Jeez, that's a tricky one. To be honest, like, I am not a huge film buff.
But
I'll tell you what
that's usually the case, man.
I love short films.
Short films.
I love going onto YouTube and finding something that...
There's some very good ones there.
Typically, I will put in short film award or short film winner, and I will go through them and I look for something kind of 5 minutes to 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
Did you see The Mermaid? No. It's a 5-minute short story. He's this guy now. I saved him somewhere. I gotta get back to him because he really does something. he really fucks with the imagery.
Yeah.
Would there be special effects? Yeah, there would be. It's nearly animated.
Class.
Like manga, is it manga? Or anime or some
yeah.
shit like that. But it's not it's not all in, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's nearly as if you filmed it with people.
Yeah.
And then fucked around with it to just bring it over to that realm where you can manipulate it more.
Yeah.
To get the story, because there was a mermaid, just all she's doing, all you're really seeing is her head and her hair and maybe her fucking tail or something.
Yeah.
And the boat then is in the way of it, but it's just everything is about her eyes, her face, and your man's questioning his fucking sanity at this stage because he's been there for a while.
Yeah.
But I was like this. Now usually I'm like this, just flicking through shit, you know. But I was like. I was just drawn into this. Maybe I was tired, I don't know. But see, I don't care. People say, you know, when people say like things, oh, I was drunk, I didn't mean it, or whatever. Bullshit. You meant it in some level. I'm always a believer of this. It's just that moment. Maybe you're tired and you are angry. You said this, but you want to take it back. Don't even try.
Yeah.
You said it for a reason. Blah blah blah. And I think all of these things. You're drawn into something, and when you're looking at it, you're like, "Oh, mermaid, the fuck am I watching?" Yeah. That's not you talking. I think that's more your conditioned society. Fucking what do they call them? Mask.
Yeah.
But if you're usually my motto would be, if you're caught with something, like if something grabs your attention, investigate the shit out of that.
Yeah.
And then just find all these other fucking dimensions to it from other people in that genre or whatever. And then there begins your education.
Yeah.
By something that you instinctively are drawn to. I'd be like that now with artists and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's why I was so taken aback with this guy. I was like, how is he doing this? And then there was a big fucking, in the comments, they're going, clearly fans, talking about the cameras, the computer, the this, the that.
Yeah, yeah.
I was lost. It was like reading Chinese, man. It's like, what the fuck language are you talking? Clearly it's English, but I just don't know what it is.
I know.
So,
but
are you like a lone wolf?
I try to be.
Yeah.
But it's gas that you ask about filmmakers. Like, I could name the most famous ones. Like, geez, we all know Spielberg, we all know Tarantino, we all know these. Like, when I first started with camera work, 2008 I got my first camera. I just wanted, it was a DSLR, which looks similar to that, but they're a DSLR, they're a bit bigger, and they have a shutter inside them, and a mirror. This has a shutter too, but it's mirrorless. And it was automotive is what got me into it. So, I don't know if you remember the days of forums, like you'd log onto a forum and you'd have to using them. So there was loads of Irish car ones, there was maybe 2 or 3 at the time. And I was on one, I'd say it was 20 maybe at the time, 19, 20. And there was a guy on it, Paddy McGrath is his name now. Paddy has gone on to be one of the best automotive photographers in the world. Like, he's full-time at it since then. Like,
cool.
He shoots, I think he shoots Formula E, which is the electric Formula 1. I think he shoots the full season of that. And many other things. Anyway, I saw his work and I was like, this is class. I have to get a camera. Like, I have to get a camera like he's. So I got chatting with him and he said, yeah, a Canon 400D would be a good start, you know. Wouldn't break the bank, see how you get on. So I ordered it. I ordered from Hong Kong, I think it came from, when I was checking the post every day. Like,
every day.
Probably took like 2 or 3 weeks to come, but as soon as I got it, it was just in with the guard and out, and the usual stuff like pictures of trees and your fucking dog and everything. But I loved it. It was, I'd sit into the car, I'd put the camera in, and I'd just go.
Yeah.
And it was brilliant. It was just, it was so therapeutic. Medium. Like, it was, it was unreal. So I kind of progressed on to car shoots then. I started doing car shoots for buddies, and it was class, like, you know. Bear in mind now, 2008 phones were shit. Like, was there even cameras and phones then? Maybe there was, but they would have been crap, like.
Yeah.
So if you had a camera, it was serious, like, you know, the picture quality. But if I look back and I'd be like, they're shit. So that's what I started doing. Went from cars to people, portraits and stuff. Dave McCarthy, God rest his soul. I got on great with Davey. He brought me into his studio in Fermoy. You know Davey, don't you?
Dave McCarthy.
Dave McCarthy,
yes.
from my, yeah.
Yeah, he bought a few pictures off me of...
Brilliant photographer, like, geez.
Lovely guy as well.
Since the beginning of time, like, he was definitely in the film days, like, so he really helped, like, you know, I was got down to the studio to him, we'd bring in a model or whatever, and he'd show me how to use the lights, and it was class, like, I couldn't believe
Make
it.
it was, pop.
Yeah. So, I was at that for a while. Portraits and kind of stuff, making nothing of it, like it was all for fun, like, you know, just a hobby.
Educating yourself.
That's it, yeah.
Did you ever get involved with the For My photography club?
They wouldn't have been going at the time, no, when I was doing that stuff.
Yeah.
But I never really got into it as the years went on. It seemed to be for the older crowd, do you know.
Yeah, well,
and there's nothing wrong with that. I probably would have learnt loads, but you'd be thinking, like, if I go in with him now.
I think I might have stepped in one day and it was...
There's a good
clubs in general are...
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been in clubs of anything, but they tend to be fucking... There's always hierarchies and stuff, and then there's just this cunty behaviour kicks in, and if... I don't know, I can let things slide because I'm thinking I'm here to learn something.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ, it's a matter of time. And I just... Hey, cunt. And then I'm out. Yeah. And it's like, fuck. Yeah. But it's like, I think that's just, you know, follow your fucking self. Follow you. But, because you could have learned something, but you could have also wasted a lot of time.
That's it, yeah.
And you learn probably your best things by your mistakes.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Or me. I don't know, am I deluded in thinking you keep more of your original vision? Do you know what I mean? Without being inundated with all the fucking... I mean, there's two in particular that really I like. I mean, to the point, not only the visual aspect, but the music they bring into play with their stuff that they have a charge on. And that would be the guy I was on about earlier on who did that fucking Man of Steel movie.
Yeah.
I can't think of his fucking name. There's people shouting at me now, the name of this guy. And then there's the other lad who's an Englishman who never went to movie school either, filmmaker school. He went and studied English. But he said it informed the structure of the language and informed the structure of storytelling and in turn film for him. He did the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah.
He's fucking brilliant, man.
Yeah.
His movies just fuck your head up.
Yeah.
Visually, like, it's just it's a treat. He did that one with the man who came up with the atom bomb there last year. Remember, Cillian Murphy's in it. This guy, this director, I think he's fucking brilliant. I mean, just what he puts on the screen. Yeah. Fucking, I love it. And then his choice of music as well, fucking brilliant, man.
Yeah, music is a big part.
It's so important when you bring music into an image.
Yeah.
Even when I'm just fucking around with clips for Facebook of this, I'm like picking. Why you instinctively say no, Jesus, no. Yeah. And then there's some, definitely. But at the same time, you know in your heart that while the music, you might really like the music, you just know it won't really work with this clip for whatever reason. Sometimes I'll do it anyway because I like it.
But it's literally the slowest part of editing a video is trying to find music to suit.
But are you building up like a playlist of your favourites that you could always refer to later on?
Not at all. Like,
or would you never reuse the same clip, music wise?
Like with the way the world is these days, like you've trending audio, like, you know, that will supposedly get you more.
I usually stay away from trending fuckers.
I don't go near. I don't look for the trending audio. I know there's websites that will give you the fucking top 10 in May 25. Like, I couldn't be bothered. I'll go through my clips first. Now, as I'm shooting, I will have an idea in my head what genre of music is going to go well with this. Yeah. And then I will go digging and I'll be like, I'll try one. I'll be like, nah, doesn't work. There could be hours there, like. There could be hours. And what's worse, if I'm working for somebody who needs to run the video as a sponsored ad, you can't choose copyrighted music. Yes. So then I'm digging through websites that I'd have a subscription to that is royalty-free music, which is generally crap, but you're trying to go through that then.
Yes, it is crap. But would you not be better have a YouTube channel and do all your video parts when it comes to the copyright issue? and put it up and edit it then again in YouTube for the audio only and go to their library for the...
Yeah.
But then again, it's fucking millions.
Yeah.
You'll be there probably
there
longer
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
What
It's
kind
a
of
pain.
restrictions are you looking at when you're doing something for somebody?
Somebody that is using it for sponsored ads now is a prime example. Like, it has to be
What they
unlicensed
want.
music.
Yeah, and would they not just do the music themselves?
No, I try to do the music myself always.
Full package.
No, sometimes I will edit it. I try to sync the clip changes to the music.
Yes.
So like nowadays with the software, I can hit one button and it will give me markers on the audio timeline of where the beats are. So basically
You God bless your patience.
I will drag in my clip and I will just cut it back or bring it forward to the next beat.
Yeah.
It just, as you're watching it, it just flows better if it's on the beat.
Yeah.
But a lot of time, you send it on to the client and they'll put different music with it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't match.
Yeah.
And I'll be watching it and thinking, fuck it, why'd you do that? But look, it doesn't really
Can
matter.
you still put your original idea in that they might have altered, but can you put your original idea on your thing?
Oh, I could, yeah. Like
Because I think when I was looking at your stuff, it informs your decisions that you've made on the finished piece. Obviously, informs the viewer.
Yeah.
They're like, I like his style, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or the way he does his thing, and it's basically your fingerprint. And I think that's why, you know, if I suppose I'm just wondering, like, if they altered the content that you gave them.
Yeah.
Would you put their version of it on your thing?
No, I put my version of it.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do, isn't it?
And do you know what? Before, years ago, like if someone altered it, I'd drop a message of like,
I'd be dropping them. What the fuck are you doing to my stuff?
but then I was like, you know what? It really doesn't matter. If they feel that one works better with it, that's fine.
Well, that's it. You're dealing with a customer.
My bit is done. If they want to change it,
they're
that's
happy
fine.
out. Yeah. So that's job done, really.
But in reality, majority of people probably won't even notice the clip sync into the beat. Like, but
Yeah, I have. I've had a bit of a dilemma with the whole art thing as well. I've been struggling to paint, and I've been talking to my buddy today, who's also an artist, and he informed me that the last painting I did and finished was this one.
Yeah.
And that's 2 years ago.
stop.
I have since like a bunch of canvases that I've painted over,
Yeah.
and it's just like I'm wondering why is this is this stagnated?
Yeah.
And I suspect everyone goes through it who's creating something.
Yeah. Oh, I've gone through it heaps of times.
And I think it's to do with my perception of potential customers or the global market, because of all the bullshit that's been flushed into the, we'll say, social work, the social media thing with all the negative crap. And I think that, I mean, if you're a creative, that affects you.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking you want to put something out there that's, you know,
Yeah.
going to make people go, wow, I love that, or a positive.
Yeah.
And it's like, how can you you start questioning shit, and you're thinking, what can you do in this fucking ocean and wave of just fucking misery?
Yeah.
War, anger, all the crap. You can't escape it would seem.
Yeah.
Usually you just absorb it all and just fucking get into a bit of an energy where you can just fucking lash out on the canvas, and halfway through you capture the moment or the movement of the paint or whatever, and it usually gives you the idea for something really pretty and really transformative, and then you can put that out to market. But I can never paint for market per se, because I've had too many bad habits. That's why I was saying to you about going into the club or a club, any club, because I think your medium is way more immediate. That's why I like podcasting as well, because it's like spoken word, it's so immediate, and the reaction once everything's packaged and put out. If you're going to get reactions that are fairly immediate, like whereas a painting, you could be toiling on that for weeks or months, and then you might or might not get an exhibition together. So it's like, you don't get the same. That's kind of like a fucking marathon compared to the sprints. Do you know? And I think you develop faster in that discipline and that medium, that playground, because of that immediacy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Do you think?
But it's like, maybe you wouldn't agree now. I think any form of art, any art form, there's some level of imposter syndrome. Like, I think I don't know if it's the same with you with paintings. I find it with this, like, it can be,
but you have to be above it, like.
Yeah.
You have to be. I mean, a lot of people, especially in Ireland, people love to just knock you.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Not even.
Who do you think you are?
Not
with
even
your
other
camera?
people.
This kind of thing, like, you
it
know.
wouldn't even be other people. No, it'd be
Yourself.
more myself. Like, I think it's mad. Like, I think it's mad that something like this can bring you so much joy, stress.
But don't forget that isn't.
No, this is only the tool you use to.
Yes, you already have all of that. You have the power.
Like, do you find out if you painted?
I'm
guessing you painted that.
Hunt to myself.
Would you keep looking back over and be like,
yes?
I find out the videos all the time.
All the fucking time.
I think any art form is like that.
Sure. I was saying it to a friend, my buddy Jim, because he'd be show me paintings that would be still in the studio years later.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of touching this up and doing X, Y, and Z because of whatever reason.
Yeah.
And I would be of the opinion, I said, don't do that. Mm-hmm. So it's true to its time.
Yeah.
So you were happy enough to sign it. That means you're happy with it.
Yeah.
Now you've grown again, and you know you've experienced more life and more whatever. It's not fair on the painting or the work from then that got you to thinking like you're thinking now. So it's like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Just accept it. You have to do deep dives. I used to come in here maybe once a week when I'd have a clutter of paintings, and I'd just sit in here and I might have a few beers, and I'd be in here all by my lonesome, listen to music, and I'd be just looking at everything for hours. And it's just, there's conversations going on in your head,
big time, yeah.
It's like you're having a meeting.
Yeah.
And every painting is a different page of the fucking procedure. And it's very important time to spend with your stuff.
Yeah.
And to just I think that's a way of getting rid of the imposter syndrome, because that's work. You're working right there.
Yeah.
You know, you're analysing, you're over-analysing, you're critiquing the shit out of it. You're being very nasty to yourself.
Yeah.
And then there's a moment. Do you ever get to one where you get a glow of like a pridefulness? Like you're so elated. Well, like, fuck, that is so good. How did you do it? And then there's a voice that says, don't get ahead of yourself now. Okay, it's good. Move on.
Yeah.
Learn. Move on.
Oh, don't get me wrong. There is work I do, and I look at it and say, fuck, I'm happy with that, you know.
Yeah. But it doesn't last fucking long.
No, it doesn't. No.
I used to want to just give me a weekend to fucking, enjoy this mountain that I've just conquered.
Yeah.
Before you give me the next mountain.
Yeah.
And you're only saying it yourself.
Yeah.
You know, it's a constant.
Yeah. Like, I've often edited a batch of stuff, like, for somebody, and they'd be going over it and over it and over it, and I'd be like, fuck it, I just have to send it on to them. And they'd get back to me and say, oh, it's brilliant, it's way better than I imagined.
You did delayed, yeah.
Then I'm looking at it like, I'm thinking, I wasted some amount of time questioning this, like, why didn't I change that, why didn't I change this?
Yeah.
You send it to someone else and they love it, you know, it's...
Well, it's I used to get this actually in stonework more than anything, because I'm just seeing one stone all day.
Yeah.
And it's a different puzzle, but it's stone nonetheless. And no one's going to look at this like I'm going to look at this. Nobody.
No, nobody.
Because they're not crazy.
Yeah.
But they just see the overall effect. And they're like, whoa, wow, love it. Same with the video. They don't comprehend the editing room and the fucking decisions made. It's like they just see the overall effect.
Yeah.
And that's all you really need.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter if you know that.
Yeah.
Because you're like, yeah, that's great. I'd be like, say I have an exhibition. I'd be putting paintings on the wall wet. Because I'd be like, I'd be grand, sure, I'm awesome. And then it's like, tick tock, and it's like, you have to be there. Like at the end of the week, you need 30 paintings. How many have you got? I've got maybe 10. Get fucking painting. And it's sometimes you do it not to sabotage yourself, not to throw down the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Are you really that good? Come on, the fuck. Show me.
Yeah.
And okay, I'll do nothing for like 6 months, and in the last week or two, I'll go helter skelter, 24/7, and see what happens. So you're putting wet paintings up on the fucking exhibition wall. You don't want to be doing that a lot because it's stressful. Yeah. It's very, very stressful.
Oh, big time, yeah.
But with the editing, how did you find that when you started for video editing?
I'll tell you why I got into video. There's a bit of a story to this now.
Go on.
So I was all photo up until just only last year, I'd say, I kind of started pursuing video.
Right.
Maybe the last 12 months, yeah. I got into weddings with
Okay.
photo, not by choice. So there was a friend of mine asked me, would I shoot her wedding? And I just said, no, just not a hope. Not doing weddings, no chance. Any crowd bigger than 2 people now, like, I'm just like, no, there's too many people there.
Yeah.
And she said, it's in Rome.
I'm
There's
in.
only, I think there's like 20 people going, and I knew pretty much the 20 of them.
Yeah.
I said, let's fucking go. It
Rome.
was class now. It was just outside Rome. It was like, for all the world, an old vineyard, but there was an old church and all. There was an outside pool, like picturesque now. This was class, like. So it's brilliant. Shot at the wedding. Was there for 2 days. They loved the photos. Happy days. So I was like, grand. Then a friend of hers wanted me to do their one. I said, right, I'll do it. Long story short, I ended up doing maybe 4. All went fine. The 5th one I did. It was. I knew the groom. I didn't know anybody else. I knew him through somebody. I actually knew him through my brother. Everything that could have went wrong, like. Big time, like. So went to the groom's house first. That was fine, as you do. You go in, take pictures, and get ready. No, I went to the bride first, getting her makeup done.
Yeah.
It was in a hotel in Ballincollig. So that was grand. Went out to him then, took the pictures, and I said, right, I'll leave there and I will head for the church. So I don't know if you know the church now. It's if you go down Washington Street, there's a left turn, and it's like wedged in between is a Peace Park and like a Subway or something, or some kind of a restaurant. There's a church wedged into the middle there. It's tiny.
Old church.
Old, yeah. So it's like at the back of Soho, kind of.
Yeah,
it's on
yeah,
that
yeah,
street.
yeah.
It was either a Friday or a Saturday. So I drove in and I was like, where the fuck am I going to park? Drove past the church and I was like, right, I can't park here. I'm going to have to go into the multi-story in Grand Parade. So as I was driving in, my phone rang and it was the groom. Where are you? She's outside the church in the car waiting to get out.
Oh, fuck.
I was like, oh man.
Oh, fuck.
I said, I'm just getting parked. I said, look, I could be 5 or 10 minutes. Like, no matter, grand. So I got over and then all was fine. There was a bit of a laugh and a joke about it, you know. They were like, when did you just fucking put it up on the footpad? It would have been fine. I was like, grand. So I shot the wedding anyway. It was like a cave inside in this church now.
Yeah.
And I could see, like, as I was taking shots and looking at him on the camera, I was like, I have to pray to God that I can edit these to make them look a bit better. So that was fine. Got through that anyway. And we were to go to the Oriel in Ballincollig. I left before them. On the way out to Ballincollig, I got a phone call again. Where the fuck are you? I said, I'm on the way to the Oriel. Where are you? We're here. I was like, how can ye be there? So if you know Ballincollig, there's two slips.
Yes.
If you take the second one, you're closer to the Oriel.
Yeah.
I took the first one and got stuck in all the traffic. The mood was bad then, like, it was fucking bad, like.
Yes.
It was bad with the bride now, like. The groom was kind of dealing with it, like, but I could see she was not happy. Got the family photos taken anyway, and I say I was only there an hour, and she came up to an envelope and said, we're fine with that, we have enough. And I kind of said, oh, first dance and cake and stuff. No, we're fine, there's no hassle. I was like, right, this is fucking terrible, like. Got home, edited the photos. Photos actually grand, like, for what I had. Sent them on, never heard from them again. I swore to myself, I am getting away from photos and I'm never doing a wedding again, like.
But weddings are fucking historically a bad idea.
Yeah, but like, just dealing with people. I actually did another shoot after that was wedding related. There was a local girl bought the contents of a bridal shop that was closing down. She bought like 50 dresses or something.
Alright.
So she booked Springford Hall for photos and she had 3 models taking photos of them for a few hours in the bridal suite, trying on the dresses. Photos were coming out class. So I was looking at them in the back of the camera, showing them, we're like, these are fucking class, like. Got home, put the card into the computer, nothing. So I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Took the card out, put it into the camera, turned on the camera, looked, the photos are still there.
Or they're just on the camera.
So, before I did any more, I actually rang Dave McCarthy. I said, I'm in trouble here. There's something wrong. They won't come up on the camera, or they won't come up on the computer, but they're on the camera. And he was going through stuff. Did you format the card before putting it in? I said, I did all that, like. And he said, it should be good. He said, you can try a file recovery site to see, like, you can basically go onto this website, pick your card file location, and it'll try to recover everything. Put the card back in, nothing again. Tried file recovery and everything, but nothing. So I said, nah, I'll put it back into the camera. I'll go to Davey and I'll show him the story. Put the card into the camera, turned it on, card corrupted.
Oh, gone.
All the photos gone.
Oh, dude.
Everything, like. Now look, this wasn't a paid gig, like, but it didn't matter.
Yeah.
There was a lot of work there, like.
Yeah.
So I left it. I'd say I left it a week and a half before I rang her. The feeling was just horrible, like.
Nothing worse. I mean, I actually... God. What did I do? I went to... There's this beautiful racehorse called Walk in the Park.
Yeah.
He's out in Grange Stud. And I was lucky enough to get... I was talking to... Is it Adam? Adam... He's family owned that stud.
Yeah.
And he arranged that I could go out and take photos with this fucking stunner, like.
Class.
Because I was going to do some sketches and paintings, and so I had my Canon. Now it's not the Canon I have now, and I had my phone. And when I got in there straight away, the guy that was showing me around was cranky. He did not like me being there.
Yeah.
And you pick up on it straight away.
Yeah.
And if I'm picking up on it, the horse is going to pick up on it. And it just fucks up the whole vibe.
Yeah.
And then they're fucking leading the guy out. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, this is not what I want. I was just happy to go up to the fence, let no one near the horse, and just let me there for half an hour.
Yeah,
and just get my video and my photo of the guy in his own movements and stuff. But now they're fucking bring them, and I'm walking behind him, and he's kind of looking. This is a fantastic racehorse. So I'm trying to. Error 99 keeps popping up in the camera, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm popping the battery in and out, and I get maybe a shot. I think I was there for like an hour and a half, maybe. I got 3 photos on that camera. All the while I'm doing and the boys are doing all this fucking professional walking around the ring. And they're like, oh, thank you. Fucking nothing happening. The phone then dies. There's nothing on the phone. Was there anything on the phone? There might have been like a 3-minute clip on the phone. But I wonder what the fuck is it. It was like glaring light and shit. I was there for, like I said, nearly 2 hours, and your man was already pissed off that I was there. Nothing to do with me personally, but more to do with, I don't know, whatever was going on there. And I think I got 3 shitty images of the horse. I was there for 2 hours, like, oh, this sucks. But luckily for me, that was just for my own... he arranged it so I could just go.
Yeah, it wasn't for them as such.
But if I did something fantastic that I was so happy with, I could say, here, Adam, thanks a lot. Here's a copy or whatever, or here's one of the drawings or whatever as a thank you. But it never fucking happened. But it was a good lesson and a good. That's when you want to fuck up.
Oh, big time!
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Now, like, I have another one of those, and I was going to use the 2 of them.
Yeah.
For just doing because this is so safe compared to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But now is the place where you could, for example, like flex a bit on the editing.
Yeah.
And try to learn a bit, push yourself. So I'm thinking, if I'll have 2 cameras, or maybe one setup is normal, and one then that's slightly tilted towards the guest.
Yeah.
So you can zoom in and shit.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, try to fucking edit it together. I'm not looking forward to it. That's why I've been so lazy with getting him set up, because I'm like, fuck, how many tracks? And then with the cutting, it's just gonna stress the ball off me, like, you know what I mean? Because I don't know what kind of editing software are you using?
So I use DaVinci Resolve as an invert.
I think I have a DaVinci Resolve, but I was like,
Yeah.
I ended up getting something else. I use something else completely now because...
Yeah, there's a good few. There's DaVinci, Premiere Pro, Final Cut, CapCut. They'd be the main ones.
Yeah.
I just got used to DaVinci. I find softwares like that, there's none necessarily better than the other. It's literally what you get used to, you know.
And it's what really caters for what you want, isn't it?
Like I started with DaVinci, I got used to DaVinci, and I've just stayed with it, you know. I can fly through it now, like.
Yeah, I think I was using something that came with the fucking computer.
Yeah.
But it's very limited in. It's great for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But anything beyond that,
yeah,
it's like it's too big.
No, Da Vinci'd be real in-depth stuff now. Like,
what's the name of the fucking one I have? I think I just have to pay for it once.
Yeah.
You can get updates every year, but you don't have to. You still have your package.
Yeah.
For life.
Yeah.
I think it was like 100 and something euros, and I thought it was awesome. Until I fucked something up, and then I thought I deleted like a whole podcast, and I was like, but but it turns out it was all kept up here.
Yeah.
I drag it down there, so if I fuck it up down here, I just drag it down again.
Yeah.
Start again. That's all. But dude, it was a crash course.
Oh, it's a bit of work and getting used to them, like, but once you get used to it, then it's second nature, like, you know.
And do you have you got any ideas for what you'd, if you were just left your own devices to do what you want to do in regards to film?
In general, as a whole, like, yeah. So recently, I've set up another page because I was going to tie everything into Blackwater Media, but I was like, it's not really what I want to do. I want one to be that I can have clients, social media content. One is for film, one is for documentaries.
So one is art, one is business.
Basically,
yeah.
And if the people that want the business have no interest in the art, they don't have to see it. And if the people in the art don't want to see the business, it's nice. Keeps it separate.
Yeah.
Like, I love stuff. I don't know if you watched it. I think I put up 2 clips of Mike.
I saw
so far. I feel like even just with a short little clip, you feel something watching it, you know. Like the most recent one I put up now, he was just talking about his grandmother cycling in and out.
Yeah, Nelly.
I love that stuff. Like, I love watching stuff that gives you a feeling, whether it brings a tear to your eye, whether it makes you laugh, whether it just makes you think about something, or like you go back to your childhood maybe and think of your grandmother cycling her bike. I love stuff that makes people think. Yeah. Whereas Blackwater Media, the videos make people buy stuff.
Yeah. That's
literally it. Whether it's either a product or a service, that's the video's main goal, is promoting.
Yeah, well,
you know.
I mean, having a commercial aspect is great if you can do it, or if it's easy for you. But to have the option where you can do both.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, I've done a few fucking things for people in the past, specifically, like where they'd be. But then I thought, like, I'd have something that I would deem this is perfect. I love how this is working, and then there'd be a stupid comment made, and I'm like, I heard them wrong. Clearly, I heard them wrong, and then they'd repeat it, and I'm like, fuck off, just fucking leave me alone. You haven't a clue. Yeah. And I just fucking shoot myself in the foot. So I said, all right, you better get a day job, son, and do the paintings on the side. You know what I mean? And it's fine. I don't know. When it comes to one aspect of it, like, you can split yourself into, well, this will pay the bills and this will fulfill my artistic needs or whatever. Yeah. You always feel like you're drawn to something that you just can't fucking see just yet. Yeah. But you're on the right track, and you want to nurture that by giving it the fucking homage that it should get with your time and your efforts. And that's definitely why I'm not. I mean, there's certain things where you have split your two disciplines, we'll say. You have the commercial and you have a more wholesome, arty storytelling thing. Yeah. And they'll both really feel each other, I think, anyway. Yeah, they will. There's things you'll do in that, and the people you meet in the commercial side of things, because they're all like, I love the ones with the wacky ideas. They'll tell you, fuck, but you like it. Yeah. And then it shifts your way of looking at things. But when it comes to just painting, like, I would have a channel just for painting on YouTube, which is probably like a fucking ghost town with the last 2 years. There's nothing. I was meant to this is all set up for that. Yeah. But no one was gonna, that wasn't working out, so that's why I rebranded. So I can talk about whatever. Because it's a fun fucking thing. Yeah. But to have everything under the one umbrella, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Because for me, it's like it'll repel all the fucking Egypts that would annoy me anyway. Yeah. If they come say, what the fuck, there's so much, there's too much, I think it's more rounded, and there's otherwise I don't know. I'm lazy, I guess, is what I'm saying. Because it's like, what was the password for this one now? What was the password for that one? And I'm like locked out of my shit. I've lost an Instagram page already because I can't fucking remember from my stonework. It's like to redo I'm starting a brand new one now, and it's like, I'm not putting the old shit on this. I'm going to go from where I am now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just a fucking... I've books everywhere then. She's always giving out to me because I have passwords written and everything. And which one is it in? So I'm crap with this shit. Yeah. And the more I try to rectify this, the worse I seem to get. So it's like, I've accepted my flaws. Yeah. I'm a fumbling idiot, but I get lucky sometimes. So yeah, it works for me. But the video thing is... for me, it's like the modern artist. The modern painter. I mean, I'm old world with the paintings, but at the same time, I can trace my lineage, if you will.
Yeah.
With regards to my affinity with art. I mean, there's uncles on both sides of my parents' families who were just awesome artists, but it was just never different time, I guess. Yeah. I keep hearing this. Oh, it was a different time. Then it wasn't encouraged. Well, no one's going to encourage you. You got to inspire yourself to do your own thing. So it's like, I think that put the fight in my head, the rebel in my head to say, fuck the world. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and fuck them. You get fucking pummeled by the world and reality, but you kind of build a resilience.
Yeah.
And after a while, it's like, that's probably why I wouldn't worry about imposter syndrome at this stage. Like you said, you went at it about a year or so ago. Few years ago, you started going into it big time.
Yeah.
Dude, by the time you're fucking 10 years down the line, that won't be an issue.
Oh, that's such a...
You'd probably be reaching for things beyond your comprehension right now. But I'd love to see what you would do in regards to, like, if you had one storyline, what storyline you would create, how would you flesh it out, and then what kind of soundtrack would you put on it?
So the video I'm doing with Mike, or film we call it, it's going to be part of a series. That's the plan.
Alright.
One man trade is what it's going to be. So
good play on words.
I would like Mike will be the first guy. A few other people in mind now, like even the guy from the shoemaker. I think that'd be class, like.
Definitely.
Stuff like that, not forgotten trades, but ones that are just...
They're getting forgotten, aren't they?
They are getting forgotten. Like, I even said to Mike, like, you can just literally go onto a computer now, buy your bike, and it's at your door the next day.
Yeah.
But you're still here, I feel like that's still... It's a dying trade, like. It is. Online has taken over all these things.
Such a fucking... People aren't understanding. I look and I'm thinking, I'm kind of dumb, so if I'm seeing this shit, either they're in denial... We're in it's like the Industrial Revolution, but in the sense that the changes are going to be that significant.
Yeah.
In so many, it's so far reaching.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think maybe I'm just trying to fucking take it in and play with it and break it up in my head where I can spit it back out on a painting or something and make more sense to me or whatever. Because I was told once by an art teacher, art is more than pretty pictures. And I was like, what the fuck? I didn't get it. I get it now, I can tell you. It's so important.
Yeah.
Art is so important. And then you have people saying like, oh sure, what do I know about art? I know what I like. That's the result of this fucking propaganda bullshit.
Yeah.
A class war, we'll say. And they're winning. But if you take art out of humanity, there's no fucking... It's shit.
It is, yeah.
You know what I mean? We're basically fucking putting a fisherman's net on the psyche of the planet that we're, scoping on.
Yeah.
And we're taking an emotional fucking measurement of it. And we're fucking putting it out there. And people need that. I mean, you even if you look at the pretty picture side of things, your marketing is gone to shit. Look at all the cars they're making these days. They're so boring and clunky.
Yeah. There's no character in anything anymore. Nothing.
Look back to America back in fucking... See photos of Cuba these days where they have those old fucked up cars, man. They look so cool.
They nearly talk to you, those cars.
They're so cool.
They would literally tell you a story.
My brother Jim has one on, dude. You should see it. It's like, do you know the movie? It's Stephen King's story about this fucking car. The car's a killer. Like, is it Christine? I think it's called. It's like I forget the name of this car, but it's a fucking beautiful car. He's got a white one.
Yeah,
yeah, it's fucking awesome. Because he sent me a video clip one day of the car, and he was just he did it really cool, man. It was like coming up to the car. I think he's just after buffering it or something.
Yeah.
And then he'd sit into it and he'd turn the engine, and you hear that fucking thing roar, man. Yeah. And he goes, I was thinking. He asked one of the kids or something, would they be able to put that Born to Be Wild
class
in over the whole thing where you could hear both?
Yeah.
And he said, no, they're saying it can't be done. Like, the fuck? So I got the clip off him and managed to get the music that he was looking for, and just, it was done in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Because I was pissed off. You know, that of course you can have that. Why can't you? You know, you have to appeal to the pirate in yourself, I think. Especially when you're creative, because the rules and regulations everywhere these days, it's like a fucking net that's closing in on every goddamn thing. And I was reading a cool book where the villain or the hero, whichever way you want to see it, is saying like it's people like you that make good people turn into like terrorists or villains. They make your way of life so fucking illegal with their rules and regulations that for you to breathe is like against the law. And if you bend the knee to that, you're dead already. So I said, go out in your fucking knife, like go out as a warrior of thought, of thinking, of talking, standing up for every little thing, you know. And there's nothing can express that, especially in our day, than art. Your camera, the paintbrush, the canvas, the music, it just fucking gets that energy in a safe place, but portrays the story so efficiently.
Exactly.
And I don't see, as long as there's people, there's going to be art. Because you can't breathe it out.
No.
You've all these mad cunts talking mad shit. We're outlawing this, we're outlawing that. None of that.
Yeah.
In your tiny mind, you might be. No, it's like I don't see it happening. So I think it's fucking massively important. And if you're creative at all, you should definitely fucking push it, man. But where did you get that camera? Is that the one? It's not the one you got.
No, Jesus Christ, no. That was from Camera Shop in Dublin. Cons Cameras. That's where that one came from. I'd say
if I had that, no, I'd have to bring it to bed and everything and just sleep with it and make sure no one fucking even looks at the fucking thing. How sturdy is that?
Would be fairly sturdy, alright. Like the lens and the body and stuff now would be weather sealed in this one, like. And so if you did drop it, it would take a drop. Now I have an added cage around it, which would help as well. But that's all for all my video shit, like a handle, top handle for my mic, side handle, whatever else I want on it, you know. But it's a heavy camera, like.
And how, you know, you just said there your mic.
Yeah.
What kind of sound quality can you get, or is it just something you can build on in the editing after?
No, the sound quality would be fairly good straight off the file, like with the mics that I use, you know.
And how many batteries would you need?
I have 3, but typically 1 would do me for more shoots, you know.
Yeah. And how long would a shoot normally take you?
Typically you're being 2 to 3 hours standard kind of time, you know.
And you're always going to on site somewhere on location,
yeah.
So and how long will it? I suppose it's different for every shoot, isn't it? Would it be
different for every shoot?
This is a fucking bio, isn't it?
Yeah, so you can imagine now, like I'd put it sometimes I'd have an extra monitor on that now, like a 7-inch monitor, handle or 2 in the mic. It's a heavy rig then, like.
I imagine. But even to get those smooth, sweeping fucking shots.
Well, I'd use a gimbal now for that, for a lot of them. No.
Does the weight help for that?
Yeah, so I find the heavier the better.
Yeah, I would think that. It's a fucking beauty, man.
Yeah, it's a nice bit of kit, right?
We're getting a bit
But the technology is... That compared to my first camera, like, to look at them, they actually don't look that different. But like
the lens,
the amount of auto detection, and like you can put it on human detection, animal detection, car detection, eye detection, like that will literally lock onto your eye, like, and it will just stay focused there.
Really?
You know, it is mad, like.
And what kind of camera would you say, or if is the lens more than the camera? And this
actually,
particular one?
No, they're both the same, really.
Yeah,
talking about 2.5 for the body, 2.5 for the lens.
Take this back.
Yeah. And that's by no means an expensive setup, like.
Oh, I know, because even with
it is to me, but in the world of videography,
yeah,
it's not.
But you know yourself now, because you start with the photograph, even that is crazy. I mean, the guy there was one guy, he showed me a camera he got, and that camera was maybe 3 times more expensive than his first car. And it was nothing special, but there was something special obviously about it. And then he starts going on it with the lens.
Yeah.
The fucking crazy money there. But then it's
it's frightening. But to be honest, and like probably shouldn't be saying it, but it's too sharp. They're too good.
Too clean.
Like my first camera, if I took my first camera didn't do video, but if I took a photo with that and a photo of my old one, you'd look at the old one and you'd feel it had more character.
Are we talking vinyl compared to CD?
Exactly.
Kind of? Yeah.
You know the quality is worse, but
there's something
better.
there. Yeah, the noise.
I have a lens for this now, and I'll show it you there in a while. Actually, it's basically a 3D printed piece of plastic. Okay.
Oh, really?
With a lens in the middle that's taken from a disposable camera. This thing was 40 quid, and the photos of it are just awesome. Class.
But like to even MacGyver that kind of shit, like.
Oh, it's so cool, like, and people are like, oh, it's not sharp and all, but it's so nostalgic, like.
It's a different colour to your palette, isn't
like
it?
Like when you take a picture outside now, fucking wicked lens flare, and it's just, technically it's shit, but it's class, do you know? Like you probably would have photos at home now when you were a young fella maybe or whatever from some kind of a film camera.
Oh yeah.
Don't they just tell a story, like?
They fucking do. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
But
characters is...
It's huge, man.
Technology advances, character, I feel, is dropping.
But do you not find it comes in waves? Where once you consume the technology, well, okay, back to where I'm happy.
But sure, like, look at the likes of Instagram. Someone will take a photo on their fucking €1,000 iPhone 16 or whatever. They'll go into Instagram. They'll put it onto their story and they'll add a film filter.
I've seen all these filters
to make it look grainy, and you're like,
I can't be arsed with that.
Yeah.
I take a photo with the phone, basic fucking whatever it is.
Yeah.
Trust me when I tell you, I don't go to settings and I just click upload.
Yeah.
Finito.
But like, it's what you're saying, like that it's going around in a circle. It's like, I'll shoot with this. I will put it into DaVinci. I'll do my editing. Then I will try to give it a film look, which is mad. Like, you're basically shooting on something that's tack sharp, and you're trying to take the sharpness out of it.
It's like when I do what did I used to do? I do a charcoal fucking thing on a white canvas.
Yeah.
It'd be like just the basic layout of a painting.
Yeah.
And everything, and alright. Then I'd get like a burnt umber. It's like a browny brown. And I'd water it really, and it's like you're just varnishing, staining the canvas.
Yeah.
But you can still see the picture.
Class.
And before it dries in, you're just getting a rag, and you're highlighting the sharp light. On the thing. So when you come in later on with your colours, the whole thing is the light will bounce through the canvas and back, and the colour difference will be there. So it's kind of like that. You get something. I don't know. It's like I don't like. For me, clean is not authentic.
Yeah, I'd be the same. Yeah.
I had the best fun with the people in the world who I've met who are just fucking batshit crazy. Yeah. Maybe even dangerous sometimes. But it's like, when you laugh, it's a good laugh.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's the same when it's like all those fucking singing competitions and shit. These people are like, they're so good you don't like them.
Yeah.
Do you know that kind of way? There's no... Well, I just don't feel it. But technically, I can hear it. But nah, you're boring, man. Get the fuck away from me. Yeah. It's like I do want to have that authenticity where you feel like maybe there's a link to your... I don't know. Is it like an invitation to you? If you try, you too will get to be successful. Say it could be you following a film guy or me following whatever fuck I'll follow.
Yeah.
And if they have that human element still there, that unpolished, they're polished but not overly.
Yeah.
Like the vinyl compared to the CD again.
Yeah.
There's those noises. Some people say those noises, can we get rid of them? And obviously, are you crazy?
Yeah.
Keep them.
Yeah. Like, that's another reason why I try to split the two. The business work that I'm doing, like if I'm shooting somebody in a gym that's talking, I'm literally, I don't know about your editing software now, but I'm going into the waveform. I'm finding the pauses.
I'm not doing this.
I'm cutting out the pauses.
I never do this.
To make it flow. I'm trying to make sure that the viewer will stay
You
engaged.
want snap. Yeah.
Exactly. Whereas, like, for example, when I shot the stuff with Mike, there was a few times he was pausing and stuff. But I'm not cutting it out. Or he might have said something and repeated it 10 seconds later. I'm not cutting that out because why would I?
Dude, if you could real. I have a fucking cool idea about. Because I think that'll fuck up the light. I have a cool idea in regards to that. I don't know. Maybe it'd be more for an animator. I'm not sure, because I had this idea. Kind of, it ended up like this, but not as blocked in with color. And the thing is about the conversation, the communication with two people, two entities. As we sit across from one another, there's the personality of the body is different, and the tones will change, the excitement, the serious, the giggles, the laughs, and they'll all have different energies. And the way I was looking at it was, you'd have, I've said this a few times now, so people will say, this again, but fuck them. The way it is, it's like if you can see two energies but no body. The energies are like, the personalities, but they're emanating like fishing lines, but they're just being spun out there, and they'll curve and sweep, and there's all of that, and the ums and the ahs and the repeats. If you cut those lines, that whole structure falls apart.
Yeah.
Whereas if you leave them in, you have these mad. They're kind of like, if you ever see sharks swimming, they'd have all these little guys. They're fucking their entourage all behind them, cleaning them and all that shit. It's kind of like that. I see a soul shark with nothing. It's more ominous. Yeah. But I see it with a little community. It's more it's still ominous, but it belongs more or something. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Isn't it mad how the world has gone like that? Somebody somewhere has decided that you need to get everything that you need to say, and you need to get it in 30 seconds.
Fuck that, dude.
You need to cut out your pause. No, but I'm saying that's the way the likes of Instagram and promoting your business, your service, your product. It's just so. That's exactly why I need both. I need the film side of stuff for my mind. It can be chilled. There's none of this stuff.
You can experiment as well and grow.
Yeah.
Whereas over there, they want to see. Look, just show me what I want. Okay, this is kind of what I want. Yeah. That's what you want, a menu over here. Yeah. Whereas over here, this is like the factory. Yeah. There's the shop. Yeah. There's the factory. Yeah. Some people want to go to the factory. Some people just want to go to the shop. Yeah. It's just the way they're wired.
Oh, it's mad.
And like you said, their business objectives are, this is where we want to be. But no, again, it's like, it was actually Mike that mentioned you there recently, but I was like, I remembered you beforehand, but only because of the name. I saw Blackwater Media. What the fuck is that? And then I was like, I made a mental note because of the black, and it was media, and I was thinking, that's kind of funny in my twisted fucking imagination. We should meet up and see what the fuck, because why not? But the video thing, I'm very fucking interested in. I mean, like I was saying to you earlier on, with regards to just, it's not like you want a super fucking duper. Yeah. I don't believe you need a super duper thing. I mean, it's a work in progress and all, but for the podcast, just to have, we'll say, a camera right at the end of the table. Yeah.
But you know what, like,
what the fuck do you do for that, like?
Like, again, back to the business type content, that's all about quality, being sharp, being in focus, clean audio. But if you're watching a podcast or a movie, when do you ever notice
Seldom.
Quality or something going out of focus. Some of the best movies are shocking quality.
Exactly.
Some of the best photographs are shocking quality.
Yes, and that's why they're so good.
But a podcast, you're watching the podcast to listen to what the two people or whoever many are talking about. It doesn't really matter what you shoot it on, you know. Like
that's why it's still been done on the phone, because I'm like, I'll have that argument with myself all the time, repeatedly, and it'd be like, I'd make a load of sense to myself, and then my other self says, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, like I'm big into cameras. I love cameras. I love the technology of them. But if I'm watching something on YouTube, like a short film, I don't care what quality it's in. I don't care if it was shot at a potato. If I'm interested in it, I'll watch it, you know.
Yeah, but the difference between, and a lot of people I know who are big into the equipment side of cameras is that you've expressed visually a competency and an artistic flair.
Yeah.
For what you do, even in those fucking commercial bits that you do, there's still a fucking I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, like some of my stuff now, some of the more wellness stuff, like I think when you watch them, they still have a bit of...
What's the one with the Wellingtons been put on at the start?
Oh, that was the Galtee Escape.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
there's
a bit of character to it, like, you know, it's a warm, cozy feeling.
Awesome. Like, I thought that's where I thought of Superman, the movie, with the kid in the garden. Going with he's got like a bed sheet on his back, and there's the dog, and then there's a butterfly, and the way the light is, and there's a wholesomeness there, and that's what I got straight away, and I goes, fuck, straight away I went to that from that. I was like, this guy, I can't wait to see what he's gonna do, because he's got an eye, and you can't teach this shit.
No.
Because we're all going to consume so much, especially if we're into it. I've watched fucking thousands of documentaries and interviews, and I forget them. In my head I forget them, but it's like putting shit through a net. Things will stick. You know, that things that you subconsciously or maybe consciously looking for, they will stick with you, and you kind of nurture them and develop them. And so when I see you do this, and my mind immediately goes to that, it just makes me believe that this guy has an eye. He's got the raw material. Yeah. You know, so it doesn't matter what fucking camera he's got. He's got the vision. Yeah. And he's got the way of creating a story. And I hope he doesn't fucking give it up in like a year or whatever. Because it can happen so easy to so many very good people.
I've bought and sold gear so many times. After that wedding incident, or the bridal shop, I got rid of all my gear after that. And I stayed away from it for... Probably wasn't a long time, but it would have been 12 months or more. I was scared from that shit. That's a long time, it is months. And
from every day to a 12-month break.
Yeah, I would have got back into it for a while. Something else might have happened, or whatever reason, I would have got rid of it again.
Yeah.
It happened a good few times, but I feel now there's more of a connection with it, you know.
Oh, definitely.
But now, I have kids now. I have a fucking stressful job.
Dude.
This is a getaway,
Yes.
It is,
Yeah.
That's what I use it as much as I can. Is I will try a couple of times a month to not shoot for anybody and just put it into the car and go away
and just react.
Yeah, I literally shot nothing this time. Now I shot maybe a 30-second clip. I decided one week I was going to take a Wednesday off the day job. I was going to get up at my usual time, which is 5 o'clock in the morning.
Ouch.
Packed all my stuff into the car and I drove to Ackle Island.
Awesome.
And it was unreal. It was like I was the only person there.
Yeah.
There was nobody there. Shot some stuff. Went down to the beach, set it up in a tripod, took a picture of myself on Keem Bay. But it was just
awesome.
Unreal.
But it gives you that flutter in the heart, that fucking love affair is reignited or reinforced.
Yeah.
I mean, I got this fucking thing. This is going to be my little hideaway to paint my paintings and just be uninterrupted.
Yeah.
And I've been nothing but interrupted since it's fucking happened.
Yeah.
And it's weird when you get what you want sometimes in regards to, right now I'm going to fucking double down, work harder and X, Y and Z, but then you take on other things.
Yeah.
And you keep forgetting, that you have to have, we'll say, there's a block of time that is immediately non-negotiable.
Yeah.
With the kids and all of that.
Yeah,
even if you're roaring at them, you have to be present.
Yeah.
And then after that, it dwindles down to, well, you got to get shit ready for the other job tomorrow. And then it's like, I can't just come in here and paint for an hour. That's not happening. I have to be in here and I have to be able to sit in it.
Yeah.
And just fucking, I want a block of a good 5 hours.
Yeah.
Even if I'm just, like I said earlier, just sitting down looking at it.
I'd be the same. If I have to go away, it's not 20 minutes. Like, it's the same as you. You need a few hours. Like,
you definitely. You're fucking. It's like you're getting into character or something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're getting into that.
Yeah,
suit.
you need time to wind down first and.
Yeah, slip back into you and just fucking.
Yeah.
This is where I am. This is the air I breathe today.
Yeah.
And this is the vision I have. And fuck, man, I've been at war with that for 2 years. It's like
it's mad.
It's kicking the balls, especially when because you can be very emotionally. You could be a fucking ticking time bomb. You know, I see all this fucking nonsense because I'm sure you're the same. I'm sure you see things more than what most people might see around you. You know, it could be like news or fucking social media, whatever, people talking. Your mind goes deeper than what's face value, and you're like questioning shit, and it's like you're investigating shit. What's the real story here? And it's not a conspiracy or anything. It's just your natural fucking seeker. There's a seeker in you you want to seek out a fucking something more. And if someone just steps on your toes there, you could be the nicest person in the world, but man, it'd be just that kind of day, that kind of fucking idiot. You fucking go full tilt.
Yeah.
And sometimes I like that rage, that feeling. I nurtured it into being for a while, just in studio to fucking see what would happen. But my God, you'd be bait. And then you'd be exhausted, and then you'd be like, it spirals into other unproductive pastimes, and it's not good. Like you said, get up and treat it like the day job. Once in a while, if you can just fucking, there's always going to be something that needs your time and your attention.
Oh yeah, big time.
So you have to say, I'm going to work tomorrow, like every other day. It's just instead of taking left, I'm taking right. Yeah. And I'm going wherever the fuck I'm going.
Yeah, exactly.
But would you ever write anything down?
Yeah, like for the likes of that one now when I went to Dackle Island, I wrote out on my phone basically a script of something I wanted to shoot.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking shoot it, like, but I tried. I made a stab at it anyway.
Is it something you would nurture? Would you keep?
Yeah, like I even said to the wife when I got back, I said I didn't shoot half the stuff I wanted to shoot. Well, one, it fucking started raining within about an hour up there, so I was like, right, where I wanted to go, I don't know if you were ever up there, but on Keem Bay, which is the popular beach, there's like an old house up in the mountain, I suppose, an old house, or a viewing point. But when you go up there, there's a window frame, there's no glass or anything in it, but it frames the beach. It's a real popular photo. But I wanted to go up there, and I was like, I can't go up there with my runners, and I was probably in a pair of shorts, like. Yeah. So I was like, you know what, I'll shoot some small stuff around there. I shot a bit in the beach. There's like a deserted village, shot a little bit of that. I said, you know what, come back up another time and we'll revisit the plan, like. Yeah. But no, it was nice, like, it was just.
But I like that. I mean, I usually am against plans because I'm so terrible at it. Yeah. I do try. I'm more of a broad strokes kind of guy with the plans, but I'm a big believer there's no coincidences. You know, like you go up there and you have a plan of what you're going to do, but then for whatever reason you end up doing something else. Yeah. In my brain, that's like, well, you were coaxed with the plan to go there because you're meant to be doing this instead. It's preordained kind of thing, you know what I mean? I don't know, I tell myself these little stories sometimes just to make sure I go and do whatever the fuck I'm meant to do in the first place. And I find it very rewarding because even if you don't get what you want on the day, you have unlocked a particular part of your brain. Yeah. And you've gone down a new corridor and you're looking out new windows and you're seeing things differently. Yeah. And that informs and probably bolsters whatever it is you're at. Yeah. And I mean, look at it like a massive fucking tree. Yeah. You're on the main, but it branches out to there's so many branches, and it's okay to go out to the edge of those branches, you're always going to come back to the middle and continue up.
Yeah, or like there's many a times I've planned to go away and shoot something. I wouldn't even take the camera out of the car, like. I often go down the V, like, you know where the V is, don't you?
Yeah.
I go there a lot, like, bring the camera with me all the time, but 9 times out of 10 I just sit in the wall and look down the lake.
But it's
important. Brilliant. Oh, big time. I love it. People might think you're a fucking strange for doing that. No way. Everyone needs to do that.
It's weird to say, but it's like sometimes before I write the song, I've got to live it.
Yeah.
Do you know that kind of a thing? So I know I know where I'm coming from when I create what I've created.
Yeah.
Because I have sat in it. I have contemplated it. I breathe it in. I know it, and I have my flavor of it.
Yeah.
There's that union, and these are important. These are the important moments for when you're creating that. Again, back to the music. I suppose a lot of people say music is key. It's number one for the communication universally because language is irrelevant.
Yeah.
And every culture then has a fucking every color is attached to a different reference. No matter, it's crazy. I've got this book on symbology. I'm going through it at the moment to blow your fucking mind, man. Like you were saying there, like what's in fashion or whatever, what's clicking. Symbology, all these symbols, we see a lot of them today that what they mean today is not what they meant 1,000 years ago or even 2,000 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just there's nothing new under the sun is what I'm saying. Only you and your time, your moment and your perception of it. So no matter how slight the change, it's significant and it'll echo fucking through time, like, you know. And it might have a ripple effect onto someone in the future.
Yeah.
And you could be one of their informative ingredients to make them become who they become.
Yeah.
Do you know? So I'm always fucking looking way beyond, because sometimes you have to philosophize about it in that respect. You have to be like the wild horse going across the fucking prairie. You have to, before you're caught and brought into the races or wherever the fuck, or the workhouse. You need that wild animal to have that wind on his neck, don't you? And the rain in his face and the speed of it all, the danger of it all. And then when you're painting it or filming it or writing out an idea for a film, it informs you so much that you won't get in a school or a fucking documentary, you know what I mean? But you can make it in your own documentary.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And it's like you're telling the next generation coming after you.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like there's a magic to it, you know, and I think it's important to believe in it. So it's cool. I can't wait to see what you're gonna do. I don't know. I like writing. I'm going to be doing some
stories,
poetry and songs initially.
Okay.
But sometimes a line, I could write a line, and there's something in that line that I'm just drawn. I'm going back to it like 24/7.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
And you play music?
I tried to play the guitar and I sing, and but I haven't been doing it in a while now because it's just trying to fucking, instead of beating myself up about it, I just say it's time right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing this, but it's not, it's not deleted from existence.
I still try to pick up a guitar as well, but time, like,
it's fucking.
And I should be playing, and my wife has always told me you should be playing, and even just for the kids, like,
you know what I think,
see if they'll have interest in it.
You need to have, even if it's once a fortnight or once a month, you need to have a location to go to.
Yeah.
And someone to jam with. I think that would make you try harder.
Yeah.
But it's just trying to find these people, and it's just sometimes maybe just grab the guitar, go to a fucking pub. Yeah. But even that is like, I can't go to a pub to be up at stupid o'clock in the morning, and I might have a drink while I'm there because it's fun. And then you're fucked all together, like, you know. Ringing the miss at 3 a.m. Can you come and collect me? Yeah. She come and knock you down the car. Film that, you cunt. So what is your have you anything immediate? Are you writing, are you thinking maybe you might write for this documentary, or?
Yeah, so like I want to get the Michael's one done first, you know. See how that goes before I tackle other ones. But yeah, like I have it. after shooting a bit with him, I told him there's loads we're going to have to reshoot here now. It's not because of you, it's because I'm after getting new ideas. It's after sparking something different with me. It's like, I don't know if you find it with art, but I can see the whole documentary in my head, start to finish.
Yeah,
But trying to get it from there to there and onto your screen is fucking completely different. Like,
that's where I get frantic, because I'll have an initial kind of sneak peek in my head. Yeah. But the longer it takes me to reach it, the more danger I'm in of changing it and then knowing that this is not what I wanted. And then tantrum. Yeah. You know, it's like, that's why it helps to be in the zone. If you're in the zone, that happens fucking rapid. Like, in 2-3 days, you could have what you need on canvas finished. Whereas other times, 6 months later, like, you're kicking yourself. This is shit. It's not working.
Oh, like this. This could take months with Michael. Like, I could be getting on to him for weeks, like, in months, saying I need to get this shot, I need to get that shot. But look, it's the good thing about it is there's no expectations from him. There's no money being passed over or anything. It's literally just for fun as such, you know. But it's just try to create something together. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Whereas the other stuff,
even what you've done so far,
it does. It looks good. Yeah,
it looks. Because I'll tell you this now, I didn't know you did anything, and I was on Facebook after work one day, just doing what you do, and I saw this video, and there was the odd bit where it might have been slowed down a bit.
Yeah, there would have been.
And I was like, how the fuck did he get this good at doing videos? Yeah. I was like, how the fuck is he so good at doing videos? But it's not him, it's you. Yeah. But I was like, how the fuck? For a second, I was like, because I went over and did one of his podcasts with him, and he was worse than me nearly. When it comes to the fucking gadgets and stuff, and then I see this fucking video, and I'm like, that's an impressive fucking leap in understanding technology and implementing artistic flair and making this kind of a video. I was like, how the fuck did he do that? It's like he took stories for his brain or something, you know?
But shooting that stuff with him was brilliant, like.
But it looks good, man.
I only met up with him twice, like. The first time was in the shop, and I said, like, look, talk to me. I'm not going to talk back to you, but I am listening to you. Just talk to me. And like I took some of those pieces like that he was talking. I put some B-roll over it, but kept him talking in the background. But like, I just love that stuff that has a bit of a story. Yeah. Because the other stuff I'm doing has no story. It has a purpose.
But I tell you, I was like, fuck, I was out of breath watching one or two of them. I was like, Jesus, these fucking Spartans. I mean, they're fucking intense.
Yeah,
but they're effective.
Yeah,
those even they're very effective.
Like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate that stuff. I still enjoy it. Like, put it this way, the business type stuff I'm doing, it's like you're going for a cycle, but you're constantly pedaling. You know, you need to keep up. You need to be watching trends. You need to be. You need the first few seconds to draw a person in to keep them. Like, you need to have your hook here, you need to have your call to action here. There's a bit of structure to it that's just programmed into us by the modern age. Whereas the other film stuff, you're still cycling, but you're freewheeling. It's just...
You're enjoying it.
Yeah, it's just
I'm
nice.
kind of there with everything I do. Because I tried over here, I don't like who I am over there. Yeah. So I kind of just said, bye. Yeah. And now, I don't know what I'm doing anyway. So it's like, fuck it. Just enjoy it, and
like if you were given that painting there now, for example, I probably can't see it in the phone, but the horse, if you were to paint that for yourself, for nobody, or if you were to paint the exact same one, but it was for somebody who was giving you X amount, I bet you would enjoy this one more.
Well, that's a fact. Even though I'll fucking
and you'd probably paint it in a completely different mindset.
I probably it definitely would be there. There would be tangible bars I could hold on to and say, fuck.
I find the same with the video, like,
That's why I probably don't do it. People might think it's arrogant or fucking whatever, but unless I'm painting for me, you're not going to enjoy it as much. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. If I'm fucking happy with it, you're going to be very happy with it. So I prefer to just toil away in my own private space and do what I do. Yeah. And put it out there when you can, or when you whatever, and when you've X amount done, then you say, I think I'll have an exhibition. That way, then it's like they're not. I don't know.
They were already done, but it's you're still putting them out there, but
they're real or something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're not done with selling in mind or marketing in mind. They're like,
you had
when these were worked on, when these were done, I was in this fucking. I was like a shaman.
Yeah, you didn't have a client on your back or in
I was
your mind.
chasing that magical, otherworldly fucking thing, and I was trying to get it in a bottle.
Yeah.
And show you what you think. Isn't it great?
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm trying to do with the film work. Like I said to Michael, he said, "What's the plan with it like?" And I said, "Look, I won't probably. I'll put it up on YouTube. It's obviously going to go up on YouTube. So maybe we could get a few people together and show it in the shop, submit it to a film festival. I said we could do all these things.
That's where you should be thinking.
But I said, so long as I shoot this, and if you're happy with it, if you sit there and you like it and it makes you feel something, I'm happy.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not like I shoot this video, we need to be sure now that this gets you new sign-ups or this sells more product. I told him, I said, this is different. If you like this, because the last clip I uploaded, I sent it to him before I uploaded, obviously enough, and he replied something like, "Oh, that's class." Brought a tear to my eye, and I replied and I said, "That's enough for me."
Yeah.
That's literally, I'm after winning there, like big time.
Well, of course. Yeah.
And
no better boy, he'd
yeah.
fucking shop that vision around.
Yeah.
Because of course he will. It benefits him anyway.
Yeah.
Because it is, like I said, it's how the fuck do you get that good?
Yeah.
It is quality.
But it's I found it very, it's mad like that. Him saying that to me was worth more than any invoice I get paid from this stuff. You know?
We all know the invoice just keeps the machine rolling.
It's mad. Like it brings you back to simpler times. As someone saying that's brilliant. Like, it sparked emotion. That's just.
I kind of removed all that a long time ago. I won't take compliments to heart. That way, then I don't have to put up with the negative side.
Yeah, there is that side of it too. Like, yeah,
because they don't understand where I'm trying to go and what I put myself through in order to achieve what I'm trying to achieve. Yeah. And I haven't the time or probably the vocabulary to explain it to them.
Yeah,
I know what I want. I'm on the hunt, and it's like it was in me before I was fucking born into the world. So I'm kind of busy. I'm chasing this insanity.
Yeah.
And trust me, when I get it, if I get it, I think you'll be happy. So just let me off to do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
And don't be annoying me. So I don't have to concern myself with someone thinking there's something. Saying, "Oh, we think today you're going to be the one."
Yeah.
Like, fuck off with your one and wipe your ass.
Yeah.
I'm not listening. I'm busy. I just want to have fun with folks who want to have fun and talk shit and talk about fucking maybe just taking that chance in their respective, we'll say, interest or passion, and fucking like shooting an arrow to a target. You know what I mean? Just between the release and hitting the target, that rush in the middle.
Yeah,
that's what you want, and everyone has the fucking capacity for it. But it seems like I've noticed even when I started doing this, the people I thought were a shoo-in to come in wouldn't come in. And you have to go in and you have to do your fucking, just to get yourself psyched up for the rejection.
Yeah.
That's like you're doing your push-ups mentally.
Yeah.
And you're getting ready, you're like, will you come on?
Yeah.
Yes, what? That can happen.
Yeah, like, to be honest, this would not be for me at all. Like, completely out of my comfort zone. But like, I look at it different now. I'm like, he's a guy who's trying to do something creative, just like I'm trying to do something creative.
Exactly, yeah.
Just like I asked Michael would he shoot the stuff. He said, "Yeah, no bother."
Yeah.
Brilliant. You asked me, no bother.
But even to shoot shit on a creative conversation and just like, we're only scholars at the end of a life that you remember, that you all the things you've tried and failed, and you laugh at like how upset you were for months over this stupid fucking thing, and it's like there's movies in your head. They're not fucking Hollywood, but they're gritty, they're real, and there's a fucking heart. And that's what I like about. That's why I love conversations with people, especially one-on-one or one-on-two or whatever.
Yeah.
If you can get them into a space that is kind of relaxing and has that creative element just fucking in your face, but you're sedated enough to say, I'm comfortable here and I can be myself and talk shit and tell you what. I mean, everyone knows what's going on at the end of the day. You know, you're having a chat and it's going to be online thereafter.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. Are you? Because I put stuff up sometimes, and I might go to a shoot with the archery, and people say, "Well, I can't believe you said that." I'd forget all about it because it's in the moment, and it's like you can't be caring about because you've kind of self-censored to a degree. You know who, or let's say, you're not here to be fucking sensationalist. You're just here to be fucking honest, humble, appreciate the person's time.
Yeah.
And, you know, share ideas and share experiences and have a laugh.
Yeah.
And I think that's more that, please. That's all I'm saying.
But, like, isn't this style conversation just dying, like, instead of, like...
Dude, I meet people on jobs, we'll say, and there's no way they can talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's just no way. It's like... But you can see it when you watch them, you see the whole picture, like, their eyes, they're darting, there's a nervous fucking something. It's like they've been infected with this fucking. It's like there's a spell on them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Even I was chatting to someone about this recently. Like, I'm 37 now, so I feel like I'm kind of in the middle of the generations. Like, where I remember growing up, if I walked down through from my mum, she could stop and talk to fucking 20 different people. You'd go into Super Value. You'd be like, come on. Yeah. You know, talking to the butcher, talking to the person at the cashier. You walk through town now and count how many people are standing, chatting to one another.
Not many.
It's dying, like. But you'll see plenty of people leaning against the wall. The fucking phone out.
Sadly, this is true. I don't know about you, but I've had so many arguments with myself about what are you doing? Unless I can justify my time on it, like how is this benefiting me?
Yeah. In
any way, like, am I getting something out there? Is it going to be? In any respect, am I just fucking browsing? Zombie. Yeah. Some days I'll do that. I lose 2 hours easy.
Yeah.
And I used to beat myself up over it, but now it's like I need popcorn for my brain because I'm thinking way too much about shit that's just so hard for me to fucking get a good grip on. So sometimes it's nice to just, I don't know. I know nothing.
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes you might get a funny idea.
Yeah.
So it's like, we're coming to terms with the time we live in as well.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah, you have to go with the times. Like.
And I'm not going to say anything negative about the internet or the technology in general. I mean, I just wish it was... the only complaint I have with it is it doesn't do as it says on the tin. There's always some fucking bullshit going wrong.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The quality is seldom there.
Yeah.
No matter what fucking top grade product you're getting.
Yeah.
There's always some fucking stupid shit going on with it.
But even aside from that, you could be trying to watch something and something will pop up trying to sell you something. It's like...
that fucking YouTube is very bad now.
Yeah.
I've actually put
and they know what to pop up. They're fucking watching what you're searching.
I've put I don't know, you pay is it like 12 or 15 euros a month or something?
To knock the ads off. I know, I'd have to be thinking the same,
Fucking, because Spotify now are very bad at it.
I pay for that one, alright, so I don't have the ads.
I don't bother paying for it because I'll only listen to podcasts on it.
Yeah.
And I listen to them for free.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But if I'm elevated in my earnings in the future, I'd be more than happy to subscribe financially to them. But it's just like, fuck it. I can't.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, unless you can do it consistently, don't do it at all.
Yeah.
You feel like you're letting someone down that kind
of way.
Yeah. But I don't know, there's a lot to get used to, but at the same time there's a lot to just say fuck off. You know what I mean? Like you say, go and play in the dirt.
Yeah.
Look at the fucking sunrise, look at the sunset, look at the birds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's so much magic everywhere.
Yeah. Like my 2-year-old can operate a phone, like.
Stop.
She knows on the television, like when it comes up to skip the ads on YouTube. She knows it comes up. She knows what button to press to do it. And like one side of me would be like, this is fucking wrong, like. But the other side is like, It's 2025.
It's her education.
What's it going to be like when she's 17, 18, 19?
Hacking.
Yeah.
Hacking at all the banks.
Yeah.
No, but it's the same with R2. They'll take my phone off me sometimes.
Yeah.
And when they give it back to me, everything has changed. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Panic. I don't know how to fix half this shit they've done.
Yeah. But do you think we were young in the better times?
I know that I preferred... There were tougher times.
Like, would you have been teenager 20s in 80s?
Yeah. 90s more.
Yeah.
But teenager, yeah. But we were Huckleberry Finn type.
But they weren't as simple though.
They were simple, but we got beat up a lot. We got the shit kicked out of us plenty.
Yeah.
But I don't know, there was it was every day was like an Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah.
You know, we were always down the river.
Yeah.
Fucking scaling the Red Bridge, fucking robbing orchards, getting chased by farmers, throwing apples at fishermen and boats.
Yeah.
Off the way.
Yeah.
The crack was mighty.
Like when I used to get up on a Saturday or whatever after school, it was, can I go outside? Like,
yeah.
Whereas now, like, my kids get up on a Saturday morning, can I have the Xbox? Can I have a tablet?
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
We have to be very careful now with ours because it's you can see the difference in the moods.
Yeah.
The personality, the crash.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not having this. And it's you can't ignore it, but you can... It's like you're medicating the cunts. It's like, you know, okay, you can have it, at least be awake a half an hour before you lock eyes on the screen. But then there you are with your first cup of coffee.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're being a hypocrite, like.
Yeah.
And it's like...
I'd be the same, yeah. 5 o'clock in the morning, get up. You'd get up, you'd go to your jacks, you'd have breakfast, whatever. But then you're straight away to see what's happening.
Because
in the
you kind of have to. You feel like you
feel like
you have to.
Yeah, you
don't have to.
Not at all.
I usually kick open the back door. I'm looking at a big fucking hedge. I listen to all does this robin keeps coming up to the back door.
Yeah.
Steps in every now and again. And I'll try to prolong that and just breathe in the fucking air and just zombify.
Yeah.
And then we take dog out, let her do her business or whatever. But I know it's inevitable. I know I'm looking for that fix. Yeah. That immediate fix. But
I don't know what the fix is though. It's mad, isn't it?
Trust me, they spent a lot of money figuring out what the fix is, and it's all fucking... You're at war with the nerds, like. They won. We lost.
Big time,
of.
Like I've Instagram on sleep mode from 6 p.m.
What's that?
I was in sleep so I don't get notifications.
Alright.
But the reason I put it on sleep mode was that from 6 o'clock in the evening I would not go on it. Do I still go on it? Of course I do. Regardless of fucking sleep mode. It's just...
Me and Instagram now, we don't get on so great.
What would you flick through mainly? YouTube or...
Oh, YouTube's my king.
Yeah.
And then second to YouTube now has become that fucking TikTok.
TikTok, I haven't
I
gone
hate
near
it,
that.
but I'm fucking on all the time. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, in my head, I lie to myself and say, look, I'm trying to fucking get my shit into the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of visual stuff. There's the archery, the stonework, the podcast, and sometimes the art.
Yeah.
They're all visual things. So that's or you can't make any fucking...
Yeah.
You're not going to make money on this thing. But more importantly for me, I think it's more about getting eyes on what you create.
Yeah.
And get it into the conversations somewhere. And just go China style on it. Like, fucking 10 years down the line is when you might capitalize on something and maybe get a step up in the direction you want to be going. So it's, I don't know, there's always an influx of emotional fucking it's grand, it's hurt no one to oh my god, kids digging mines for this and that. Look, stop. This is where I live. These are the people I see every fucking day. This is my priority. I'm not doing shit over in that part of the world. I don't even know them. For all I know, it doesn't even exist. It's just some propaganda bullshit coming into my phone. So that's burning the eyes out of me. But it's finding your balance. Isn't it? Finding your balance with how your relationship with it. Some days I can just leave my phone behind and not panic about it. It's no biggie. If someone calls me, I can always call them back. I don't give a fuck. So it happened. The last time that happened, now is I'd say I was just going past Mitchelstown on the way to a job, and I realised I didn't have the phone. And for a split second, you have that panic.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I just burst out laughing because you fucking idiot. Shut the fuck up. Roll the window down and just take it in. And that's all I did. And a few times in the course of that day, actually, that moment revisited me, and I was just, you get a giggle.
Yeah.
You're laughing at yourself for being a fucking idiot. But I keep telling folks who might think, are you mocking me? I go, listen, I'm the clown for me. I laugh at me first, just for your benefit, in the hope that it'll break your spell of being so serious. And I said, come on, let's have the crack.
Yeah.
Talk some shit. You know what I mean? Fucking be a man, be a human, be a person, be real, and just talk shit. And it's all good.
Exactly. Realness is definitely gone.
It's not gone. There's just way more masks there now because there's way more fear there now, and fear is just a fucking. It's a currency that's been. It's just been inflated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've inflation there, and we gotta get rid of that. And the only way you get rid of that is to fucking talk to yourself first, and then talk to other people. It's been there forever and a day.
Yeah.
These things they're tried and tested, communicating with other people is good for your see, people only see their self in the mirror or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you only see a tree when you look at a tree. But there's a whole fucking environment at the base of that tree on the grass level. And it's fucking like, it's a whole world. And you as an energy, what you don't see is probably not really fitting into this room in a visual capacity, emanating off of your core being, we'll say. There's so much that we have been forgotten, and we're not, it's like you tell people now and they'll think you're mad.
Yeah.
But these are ancient fucking knowledge that you just, you find it wherever the fuck you want to find it. Just people don't want to fucking look because they're too busy being angry about something that has nothing to do with them. Because some cunt's gonna benefit.
Yeah. I
don't like this, but look, that's why I'm the first to say I'll come in here, I'll do something, it'll be pure shite. Usually, and I said, fuck it, I'm putting it up anyway. As an act of defiance, a big fuck you to the fucking, well, what we need now, it has to be 20 minutes long, blah, blah, blah. Fuck off. I'll babble on, repeat myself for 45 minutes.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
And then I'll leave only because I've ran out of things to say, or I can't remember what the fuck I was going to say. Just do you and be good, be good.
Exactly.
And I think you're good at your thing, and I'm looking forward to seeing more stuff.
Appreciate it. Looking forward to getting it out there.
Yeah, man. Have you any plans for that?
Soon, no. Hopefully in the next week or so I'll get back into mic and one or two more little shoots, I'd say, and piece it all together. What
kind of time frame or running time?
I'm hoping to keep it kind of within a half an hour. No, I only looked up one of these film festivals. I don't know where it was. I think it was in
because I was wondering, do you need to have a particular time?
Yeah, 30 minutes this one was. No, it can't be over 30.
Alright.
No, I'm guessing there is some film festivals that there mightn't be a max, but this particular one I looked at was 30 minutes. But I think that's fine. Like, I think 30 minutes is a good...
That's epic.
It's
epic.
It's a good duration for a short documentary film,
Because I was thinking maybe 10-15 minutes would be super.
Yeah, no, I'd be hoping to aim for the 30,
Dude, I'd be fucking handing them in a 45.
There
you go.
Yeah. So hopefully it'll be a good watch, and as I said, if some people enjoy it, happy days. If some people don't,
well, I'm looking forward to seeing what you're doing, because I honestly like your style.
Yeah.
And it's I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Yeah, so that's the plan. One man trade, and we'll see how it goes. I could do 5 of these in the series, but I'll do a few anyway.
But whatever you do, keep fucking putting it out there.
Yeah.
And will you come back sometime?
I will, of course.
Will you?
No problem.
Again, thanks very much for coming out, man.
No, sweet. I appreciate it. My pleasure.
I appreciate you coming on, and I'm glad you came on now. That's some fucking camera.
Yeah, so we can take a few shots there in a while and give you a few stills to use your own page or whatever.
Oh yeah, because I'm sure people are getting sick of my blurred fucking things. I put some... I don't know what it is. Recently I've put a few fucking videos up and... I'm like, is that a Chinese I call it Chinese movie when the dubbing is off.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Or is it because my mouth's all fucked up? Is it? So I'm like, I'm freaking out, but no one else is giving a fuck. But for me, it's like, this is my product and it's all fucked up. Yeah. What's going on? So it's funny. You become schizophrenic in a weird kind of way.
Yeah.
But again, then in a flip of a coin, you're Donald Duck. So it's like, fuck it.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Just, I think it's nearly the act of doing it, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah.
The act is nearly, there's satisfaction in that. That alright, you're wrecked, you're this, you're that, blah, blah, blah. We've all got excuses if we want them. Yeah. But you got up and you went in and you did what you said you were going to do. And fuck it, that's it. Well done.
Yeah.
It's like a pat in the back from yourself.
Exactly.
Until next time. Until you go through it all again for a week. But no, it's cool.
Yeah, that's it.
And hopefully you'll get it done and you'll be in a place where you're very happy with it.
Yeah.
Quickly, so we can have a good look.
Yeah. I know we'll get there. We'll get there. Like, time is just...
It's the enemy. It's the fucking...
Yeah.
It's the bad wizard.
Yeah.
It's a bad wizard. I mean, you're what, 30, what did you say?
37.
37. How do you, in your headspace, where are you there now?
How do you mean now?
I mean, I was talking to a buddy of mine, Eamon, and I reminded him recently, he came on for a podcast.
Yeah, I watched some of that actually, yeah.
Gas my name and that. We were doing a stone job together years ago. And I don't know what he was saying, but it came down to, well, I'm this age now, so I'm thinking, and he started quoting all these facts and figures and stats. So I've probably maybe 20 years, and I was like, what the fuck? The way he diced it all up, and it was so, like, matter of fact.
Yeah.
Don't talk like that. Please don't talk like that. It freaked me out.
Fucking
I said, you haven't even hit your prime yet. What the fuck you talking 20 years? And then some people don't have fucking 20 minutes. Yeah. You don't know. But the only... that's why I used to never plan a damn thing.
Yeah.
I think because it was in my head. Who the fuck do you think you are? That you have this time to plan.
Yeah, you mightn't have it at all.
And it was like, don't be so rude. But now it's like, okay, if I don't plan, I'm just going to be floating.
Yeah.
So at least with the time I do have, whatever length of time that is, at least I have a general plan, I have a destination I'd like to get to, and I can be doing it in the time I'm here.
Yeah.
And if it happens, great. We'll have another plan after that.
Yeah, exactly.
But it helps you not waste time.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say in a roundabout way.
Yeah.
So we'll wrap it up. Don't want to keep you on now without...
Yeah, that's good. A good chat.
It's always good to chat.
Yeah.
I found out that usually when I'm setting up, because I could be here like 11 o'clock at night time, and it's not really, I can't expect people to come in at that hour.
Yeah.
And so when I get fucked for time, that's what I do. I come in here by myself and I just babble.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fun, and it's nearly... I don't know, not therapy, but it's kind of just fucking take the piss out of yourself, you know what I mean? And it is, again, it's back to having that discipline of I'm going to do this and that's it. Yeah. It's not like you're force feeding anybody and you can all fucking whatever.
Yeah.
But you're still learning a thing.
Yeah.
You're still learning how to fucking overcome all the massive mountainous problems that you have in your head that are only that small.
Yeah.
But in your head or in that moment, because you're fatigued, and your memory shot to shit, and you're like, what was I going to say? I genuinely come in here with the best of stories in my head, and the minute I sit down and have everything set up, I took too long, I was setting shit up, and that's a different channel, and I can't get back in. I got locked out, so I was like, fuck, what am I going to talk about now? And I just started battling on, man. But so when I go back in and I'm editing it, because I put the whole video up, usually it's just one fucking long run.
Yeah, you chop off the end or whatever, or
chop off the beginning and the end, and put in my birdie, and off we go. What happens in the middle, I forgot, but I'll watch it when it's fucking done and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Pretty much, it's seat of the pants kind of stuff, but I'm not exactly controversial. I dare say I'm probably boring, but in a nice, comfortable kind of way.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that fucking smell of coffee you get that reminds you of a place that you lived in, and it had that same kind of smell, and you were comfortable.
Yeah.
So there's now a new association with you.
Yeah.
Because you've given someone that for whatever reason. But I'd be coming in and I'd be waiting to see, watching this fucking the bar go along the image for the video over here, and you're like, when is it going to get there? Can I get ahead? And then I go, oh, am I talking? And then there's some shit that I probably shouldn't publish. But if I think it's funny, if it makes me laugh, no one else will probably laugh, because it might be me just realizing, you cunt, that's just so stupid.
Yeah.
But then it's like, you're kind of punishing yourself. Yeah. I'm going to put that, I'm telling everyone now you were talking about this.
Yeah.
And you put it out there.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it makes you bulletproof.
Yeah.
Because, you know, people cannot talk to me and get to me like I talk to me and get to me. But I think it's needed.
Yeah.
Because you can get complacent. You can get lazy. It's very easy to get lazy.
Yeah.
And I hate that. You know, when you have that most perfect line.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh great, but it's like, before you actually get out of the bed, when the realization dawns on you that what time it is or whatever, this fucking hate comes in, and it's like,
I know the feeling.
Guilt, I think I'll call it.
Yeah.
I don't like this fucking, even if you're up and you're doing fuck all at 6 a.m. or whatever time you get up, 5 a.m, you get away with that.
Yeah.
But if you're fucking in bed till 8 or 9 or 10, then it's like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's why I got fucking out of my mind for 20 or 30 years, so I wouldn't have to deal with it. But now it's like, we were waiting for you. There's a whole gang of the cunts there.
Oh, class.
So are you still in Fermoy?
No, Kilworth.
Oh, really?
To Glanworth, just by Mollyberry's Cross, not in the village.
Cool.
Yeah, my wife is from Kilworth.
Alright.
Yeah.
Kilworth's a lovely village, isn't it?
That's grand, yeah, and we're outside it, so it's, do you know what,
but even like,
it's fine.
You could easily just walk, there's a lovely walk there. From the main road, you can go either the crossroads or down to the other one.
Yeah.
And just...
It's a nice
I strolled through there. I dropped the van in there a few weeks ago, into Charlie.
Yeah.
And...
look, the school is grand.
Well, I have a few issues with the schools there.
Yeah.
I don't like the way the kids are locked up on the fucking main road. In the winter mornings particularly.
Yeah.
Until some fucker comes along and opens the gate.
I know.
They have a massive courtyard down in the school.
Yeah, just leave the gate open, like.
Leave the fucking children. I just don't want to be there when something nasty fucking happens. You know, this is just fucking... Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I might have said it to one of them and they just ran away from me. Because I can't be... I'd be thinking I'm so right that I get very righteous. And listen to me, you cunt. What the fuck? My kid's up there. And I don't give a fuck about everyone's kid. It's my kid I'm worried about.
Yeah.
You want to run away.
Yeah. I could never understand the gate either, and you'd be sitting there fucking waiting with a child, like, thinking, just...
Open the fucking gate.
Yeah, you're in there. Just leave him going and float around the corridor for a while.
I was bringing Sabby in, and he was getting fucking... I'm going to be in trouble, Daddy, don't walk down here.
Oh, stop.
Because who's going to get in trouble? Don't be crazy. Daddy's with you. You'll be fine. I don't like this.
Mad.
Because they're fertile ground, the minds of our children,
and
we got to be vigilant.
Yeah. I'll bang off a few photos while we're chatting, so ignore me. A few candid ones.
I was looking at my nephew was he was starting because he was meant to be the wizard when it comes to the gear and the computer and the editing, but he was too baked to fucking do anything. And that's why I started doing everything myself, and it was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
But see, now I don't know where I was going with that. I had something. Something was triggered.
It just went.
And it just fucking went.
Class.
So I don't know. What do you think of my Russell? My Russell Crowe.
Where did the Blackbird podcast come from?
Have you not seen the crows around here, dude?
That's where it came from.
Lots of them. I'd be filming on my camera on on my phone, and I'd be doing sketches. They make great sketches.
Yeah.
Fucking so cool, man. And there's been a few there's been 3 incidents thus far in life that have fucking gone through the veil of my perception of reality because of them. And they were just fucking ominous. Yeah. You've no reason to be afraid, but you're afraid, but at the same time it's like there's they're very important, I think. They're very important. I seen a murder of crows. Yeah. All picking on one crow. They killed him, like. It went on for about an hour. We were working on something.
Mad, isn't it?
And the sky was nearly black. There was that many.
Christ.
And this guy, I don't know what he fucking did, man. But there was always at least 10 around him, and they were fucking just smacking him and fighting him and screaming at him and pecking him. And they killed him. That was one incident. And then another one, I was going to my buddy works in the Grange Stud. Awesome fucking place for if you ever want to get video of horses, man. Jesus Christ. I fucking love going there. The whole vibe to this place. Yeah. I can only go on the last time I was there. I was standing up outside this massive fucking ring. Fenced ring, and your man they call it lunging the horse, going around the circles, and that horse is so fucking, they're bred for the racing, these guys, like, and they're fucking dangerous. They're so dangerous, but you can feel it off them. Yeah. And I was nearly shaking trying to fucking film the guy with the phone, but whenever I'm painting them, I'm not trying to paint the photo per se. Yeah. The photo's more for the details.
I get you.
But when I see the fucking, it informs the name I give the painting. Yeah. That connection you feel with them. Yeah. Dangerous bastards, but so fucking beautiful, man. Yeah. You do super shit with your camera if you were in that environment. I have no doubt. And so we were there, and they've this other gadget where the horses go in, and it's a walker. It helps exercise the horse.
Oh, there's a thing that goes behind them.
And it keeps them
keeps them going.
A nice steady pace, nothing, just to keep moving, keep the blood circulating, all that jazz. And there was a crow. A crow got fucking caught in the machine somehow at the top, big fucking, and it dead. And there was a massive oak tree just right here. There's the guy. There's the oak tree, and it was vibrating with fucking crows. And I was thinking we're going to get attacked. They're blaming us for this poor fella's misfortune. There was just you get a feeling in your chest, and it was intensifying. And it wasn't fear. It's not fear. Yeah. But it is. You're definitely aware of something is about to kick off, and you want nothing to do with it. So that was number 2, and number 3 then was that big fucking green hedge thing that's going around. Yeah. The one out the back was fucking vibrating like, it was the noise, and there was a hum, and I was like, I couldn't picture what it could be, and I opened the back door and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it's just, you can hear the crows, and next thing all of a sudden this fucking hawk comes bursting through with a fucking little, I don't know, was it a bullfinch bird in its fucking claw, and I just ran at it, and I don't know what I was thinking. I just fucking lunged myself towards it as it came out. It looked at me, it went off that way, dropped the little guy who went off that way. About 5 crows were fucking chasing him, and another 10 were going after the little guy to mind him. That's what it looked like to me, and it happened so fucking fast. It was dramatic as fuck, and I was like, I had to catch myself after the whole thing. I was like, what the fuck? It was so crazy, but so cool. Yeah. And it was life and death. Do you know what I mean? Class. So some people will just say, but it's just birds. No, this is universes here. You know, it was so dramatic. And my chest was pounding, man. So those 3, they were all quickly enough, I suppose, but there was a vibe. Yeah. There was always a fucking vibe with the dudes, you know. And this place is black with them most of the time. Yeah. always think, oh, I'm probably guilty for feeding them. I throw a fucking loaf of bread out the window and I'm there with the fucking, set it on video and try to get some stills off of that and then fuck around with the colours or whatever. But there's just an affinity. And it was art studio because, like I said, it was going to be about art.
Yeah.
The artists are shy, so we changed that. Because every 20 I said I'd review shit and see, am I making a fucking idiot of myself? Well, that's a given. But you know, you do that going in. But I said, yeah, this is definitely working for me, so I'm going to just change it. And I thought, that's when you try to, in doing that actually, I made it more personal than what the fucking art thing was about.
Yeah,
I approached the art, and the art is the core of my identity. But I approached it very fucking school teacher. It's just, whereas now the Blackbird, it's just like, that's what it is, and it's home.
Yeah.
You know, it's awesome.
Happy days.
It's fucking totally happy. So that's that. And I do hope you will come on again.
Yeah, no bother.
I won't be 9 you every day.
No, she's anytime.